Hey TMFG community, today's episode of Ask TMFG is going to be focused on long-term investing and why it's integral for your financial success. Remember, if you do enjoy the video today, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We love doing these videos for you. In today's episode of Ask TMFG, Carlo is going to be going through long-term investing and why it's integral for success for investors today. So I'm going to hand it over to Carlo, and he can get us started. Carlo?
Thanks, John. Yes, the current market conditions are making for a very uncomfortable journey in your investments. And that's why it's important to look past all the noise and remember that this is a long-term journey. We're not getting excited by this short-term noise. So let's discuss why it makes sense to stay invested and not to worry about it. Let's take a step back in time, 25 years to 1997. What were major events going on at that time? Well, if you're a Harry Potter head, J.K. Rowling had just published the first of the Harry Potter series. The internet was just in its infancy at that time. Y2K was looming. You remember all about that and the issues that computers were going to have, or the fear of that. And lastly, Russia was entering a financial crisis. So, a lot of global events happening at that time, but what if we visited a fortune teller? And this fortune teller was to tell you all of the global events that were going to occur over the next 25 years. Things like the Russian default, or the dot-com bubble bursting when tech companies collapsed. 9/11 occurred. There was stocks lost decade. The Great Recession, or the global financial crisis. Just recently, the global pandemic. And lastly, the second Russian default. Many of those things that I just mentioned are once-in-a-lifetime type events. So, knowing all of those things, what would you do? Would you stay invested? Would you decrease your equity exposure? Would you increase your equity exposure? Well, depending on what you did, let's see what the market performed from January 1st, 1997 to December 31st, 2021. The growth from that period was 9.8% on average. In dollar terms, $1 invested in January of 1997 grew to $10.25 by December 31st, 2021. Why is this important? The market is uncertain, yes, but there must be a level of expectation of volatility when you invest in a market-based account. That's why there's a premium for investing in the market. Let's think about it. When you invest, you are becoming an owner in a company whose leaders innovate when necessary, adapt when negative forces pop up, or thirdly, they take advantage of or create opportunities of their own. Remember, investing isn't about guessing which company is going to thrive or guessing which company is going to fail. It's about betting on human ingenuity to solve problems. It's the optimists and those who believe in the human spirit's ability to deal with tough times are the best investors long term.
All great points there, Carlo. And I like what you mentioned towards the end in regards to betting on human ingenuity. And I have this conversation often with our clients. It's when we invest in our portfolios, we're investing in 12,000 different companies, give or take, all over the world. And when you do that, you're hitching yourself to that wagon, believing that these 12,000 companies, when entirely their role is to make as much money as possible, you're hitching yourself to their wagon, and they are doing the dirty work and making as much money as possible, and you're getting a kickback from it. You're really believing in capitalism 101 of when you're in business, that's your main goal, make as much money as possible. And I imagine a lot of you have that same feeling with investing. So when those philosophies align, then it all begins to make sense. And you're no longer kind of trying to guess, like you mentioned, which one will do best, but it's just believing in the economy as a whole. But that's another video of Ask TMFG for this week. Remember, if you did enjoy the content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm John Yaquinetti.
I'm Carlo Cancino.
And this has been Ask TMFG.